This meeting is called to order. We'd like to welcome everyone to the November 4th meeting of the Caldwell County Board of Education. It's good to see a good group here tonight, and we look forward to recognizing some of our students and some of our teachers in the county. And obviously, we're very proud of our school system and every facet of our school system. We're going to move on with the agenda, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Dottie Darcy to do the invocation.
Let us pray. Our Father, we give thanks for the beauty of the changing season and for the freedom to gather in this place to advance the cause of education for all of our children. We give special thanks for members of the military who have given so much to make this freedom possible. Be with us tonight. Give us wisdom and discernment to make decisions that will positively affect education for our children. Be with our children, our teachers and staff. Keep them safe and imbue their hearts with a love of learning. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Next, we're going to have two students to do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. They will be led tonight by William Lenore Middle School students Anna K. Bryson, 7th grade, the daughter of Craig and Ellen Bryson, and Natalie Brown, 6th grade student at William Lenore, daughter of Gil and Libby Brown. So if everyone will please stand.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Anna and Natalie. Next on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Dr. Stone.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I would like to delete item 18. There was no reason for a closed session tonight, so I would like to eliminate item 18.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the agenda as has been presented to you for some time and as has been amended by Dr. Stone?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the agenda be approved as presented with the exclusion of item 18.
Second.
Okay, any comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, we will approve the minutes. We had our regular school board meeting on October the 14th. As well, following that meeting, we had a closed session, and both of those sets of minutes are in your board packets. So do I hear a motion that we approve the minutes of the regular board and the closed session meetings on October 14th, 2013?
Mr. Chairman, make a motion we approve the minutes of the October 14th regular board meeting and the closed session minutes.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion passes. Next, we have the set of minutes from our October 28th, 2013 fall work session that was held at High Brighton High School, followed by our community board meeting also at High Brighton High School. Do I hear a motion that we approve both of those sets of minutes from that date?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the minutes of October 28th for the fall work session and the community board meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion passes. Dr. Stone, would you like to give us an update on Common Core?
Yes, I wanted to do this, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, before our audience leaves us. Some have homework and those kinds of things after the recognitions. But just so you'll know, the Common Core is the new standards, new assessment that North Carolina is using. We've been under it for 1 year, and the results from last year, the scores will be available on Thursday of this week by the state. Once they make those available, of course, they'll be available to the community. Just a couple of things to note. This is a whole new curriculum, whole new assessment. Everything is brand new. The curriculums have moved around so much, so I just want to caution the public, and certainly Megan over there with the news topic, that this will be a different ballgame. There will be new scores. They will be lower than they have been in the past. That is nothing to worry about. Caldwell County Schools has phenomenal teachers. Those teachers did a great job last year. They'll do a great job this year, and it's just simply we have a whole new assessment system, a whole new curriculum that we're dealing with. So my plea to the parents and to the community is look at that, realize that that's just the benchmark, that's where we're starting from, and in a year or two, you will be so impressed with what the teachers do every day in Caldwell County Schools. But those scores will be released November 7th. They will be lower than they have been in the past. Don't fret, we still have phenomenal teachers teaching in our classrooms, and so that's just a temporary thing. But it is apples to oranges, brand new everything. You cannot compare it to anything we've done in the past. So just be prepared for that. And again, I think that's going to be a great opportunity for the public to, particularly this whole month of November, and for parents and for students to, kind of let teachers know how much we appreciate what they do. Great teachers, but just be prepared on Thursday. Scores will be lower, but that phenomenal teaching going on in the classroom is definitely happening.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. I'm sure the board certainly agrees that we have a phenomenal group of teachers and administrators in Caldwell County. And I think you'll see that the entire board is wearing something red to commemorate education and our teachers in Caldwell County, and we truly do each and every day are so very, very, very proud of what you do, because many of us get into the schools and we see what's going on. We go to band concerts, to choral concerts, to plays, to other events in the school, and we see so many good things going on in the school, and we are truly pleased and truly blessed to have such a wonderful group of teachers and administrators in Caldwell County. We're going to honor some of those right now, so I'd like to ask Mrs. Libby Brown to come forward, and she's going to lead this portion of our agenda, and the board's going to move down and greet those that receive awards.
Thank you, Chairman Pennell and school board members, Dr. Stone. It is a privilege and honor tonight to recognize students whose beautiful artwork is on display in the Education Center Art Gallery. So I encourage you, if you did not have a chance before the meeting started, to just peruse down the hallway and to take a look at the artwork that's on the walls in the Education Center. It is beautiful, thanks to our students who are here tonight. So it is our honor and our privilege to recognize those students. So as I call your name, please come forward, students, because you will receive a special certificate from the superintendent and the Board of Education for your artwork.
And we ask that you just stay up here so we can get some pictures. So parents, we're going to get about a group of 5 or 6. They'll stand here in front. And if you want to move around and take pictures, feel free to do that. We'll smile as long as you have the cameras going.
Yes.
You'll have an opportunity.
This will be your Kodak moment.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to start with Gamewell Elementary School. Haven Carpenter, she's a 5th grader. Michael Hall, 5th grader. And Melody Marley, 5th grader. So those are all 3 5th grade students. The art teacher is Susan Sharp, and Charmin Frizzell is the principal. So we have... Granite Falls Elementary School, we have Colton Gilbert, 3rd grader. Kaylee Moore, 2nd grader. And Salima Silva, 1st grader. So we have 3 students from Granite Falls Elementary Schools in our Education Center Art Gallery. Their art teacher is Millie Starnes and Chris Green is the principal. Okay. Chris?
All right, just move to the center if you want to take a picture.
All your students here? Okay.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna have picture time.
All right. Thank you very much. And you want to get them to move in the middle here, and I want you all to smile. Now, you can't stop smiling until I tell you to stop, okay? All right, you see all those cameras? Oh my God. All right, is that it? All right, well, hold it smiling. Okay, all right.
Charlie?
Thank you.
Okay, from Hudson Elementary School, we have Shalisa Boston, 5th grader. Eduardo Nolasco, 5th grader. And Sarah Sandberg, also a 5th grader from Hudson Elementary School. And Will Baker, art teacher in red this evening. So we have Will. And Andy Poole is the principal.
Andy, you want to join us? Oh, come
Rebecca.
in. Come on, Rebecca. Join us.
Okay. Assistant principal, so thank you for being here this evening. Would you like for me to do another school or, okay. Okay, from Lower Creek Elementary School, we have Ashlyn Flowers, 5th grader. Jael Hood, 1st grader. And Aiden Mudd, 2nd grader. 3 students from Lower Creek. Stephanie Woody Groeschel is the art teacher and Leanne Fry is the principal. One more? Okay.
All right, come on over this way.
Move on over here.
Yeah,
Over
make
here.
us look good, okay? Hey, make us look good.
Hold on. Got one more in the back. Congratulations.
Okay, and for our final school that has artwork in our display for this month, we have Dea Dula, 2nd grader from Valmead Elementary School. Haley Porch, 1st grader. And Edward Ritchie, 1st grader from Valmead Elementary. And Stephanie Woody Groeschel is back. She's also the art teacher at Valmead. And we have Carol Sturgis, who's principal, and I'm not sure if Carol's here.
She's not here, she's sick.
Okay.
Hey, you. Where you get this? You get that. I'm ready to chase down Haley. Haley, can I give you that? All right. All right, stand up. Get you with this not for it. All right.
Very.
All right, come on over so I can be in the picture. All right, that's good. You are not camera shy.
Let's give them all a round of applause for adorable students. Melissa? Okay. So next we'd like to recognize one of our teachers, Melissa Arrington, exceptional children's teacher at South Caldwell High School, has been named the 2013 Exceptional Children Teacher of Excellence for Caldwell County. Miss Arrington will be recognized at the North Carolina Conference on Exceptional Children in Greensboro. We are proud of Melissa Arrington and her day-to-day commitment as a teacher of exceptional children. Your outstanding efforts in the classroom are to be commended. Congratulations on your selection as Exceptional Teacher of the Year. You are most deserving.
And she does a phenomenal
She
job with
does.
our Special Olympics.
Yes. Very good.
Great job.
Okay. I'd like to introduce Lisa Widener. Lisa is the Title I Director for the school district. And if you'll remember last month, if you'll recall, we recognized 6 Title I reward schools in Caldwell County. And I said, hopefully next month we'll have another award. Well, we do. So tonight, Lisa is going to introduce 2 special schools that have reached another level of recognition through the Title I program. And I think we have lots of people in support here tonight of those 2 schools. So I'm going to turn it over to Lisa.
Thank you. Chairman Pennell, members of the board, Dr. Stone. I am very excited as Title I Director to be able to come and present to these 2 schools for their achievement as reward schools. In the state of North Carolina, we had 174 Title I reward schools. 135 of those schools were for high performance, and 39 were for high progress. The Title I Distinguished School nominees are the top 10% of those schools, and there were 20 schools that were in the top 10%, 4 in high progress and 16 in high performance. Last week at a luncheon at the North Carolina Association of Compensatory Education in Greensboro, 2 of our schools were nominated or received recognition for being nominated as Title I Distinguished Schools for North Carolina. This is an exceptional honor because out of those 16 schools in high performance, 2 of them came from Caldwell County.
I think we're the only county with.
No, there were 4 counties with 2, but all the counties were in the western part of the North Carolina. So if we have 3 next year, we'll be the only one with 3. So that's what we're going to go for. Yeah. So at this time, I'd like for Susan Walker, part of the Title I staff, to come and help me present the banners. And we're going to recognize first Caldwell School. The principal is Craig Styron, and he's brought some of his faculty. So guys, come on up. We want to give you your banner.
I like that. All right, this will be a great reception. All right. Okay, this should be fun. All right, group picture here. If we can get someone to focus on this side. And Congressman goes nowhere, but that'll take everybody with him. Tripping the team and friends.
And I would say this is their 3rd year in a row of attending for the Title I Distinguished Schools. So I can't wait to take them back with us next year. And we're going to pay the extra amount so that they can all go to the luncheon. The next school is Happy Valley School. Principal is Chad Smith, and he brought some of his faculty. So Chad, would you and your faculty come up? Now, these guys were competing against each other. They were in the same category, so a lot of competition there.
All right. Congratulations.
That's it. Thank you.
Normally, we meet on the second Monday of each month, but next Monday is Veterans Day, so that's why we moved the meeting to this date. But we want to recognize any veterans that are in here. If you would stand up if you are a veteran. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that you are related to a veteran. Just tell them how much we appreciate their service to our country. At this time would be a good time if you have not had dinner or your child needs to do homework. You're welcome to stay with us, but it'd be a good time if you want to leave. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great evening.
And Mr. Pennell, you might want to remind everybody we're out of school on Veterans Day.
And we are out of school next Monday on Veterans Day.
Next Tuesday.
So have a good Veterans Day.
What day are we out?
We're out Monday.
Monday. the
Monday.
11th.
Okay.
Monday. Okay. Monday's actually Veterans Day.
That's right.
Enjoy
Sunday
it.
and Monday off. Any public comment tonight? No.
Not clear for now.
Oh, it's coming. Be down to the Baker King. Look at all the red there. Is that one of your ties, the one he has on?
Yeah.
What's the one that did it? Sharon, she just started about a month or two ago. Okay. I saw Miss LaRose on it. Be good, kid.
Today, Ron?
It's almost after that.
Yeah. She has to be. Fulfilling her requirement. Tomorrow you have the Baton Assembly at 9:15.
What?
Baton Assembly is what I have. I don't know what it,
Oh, yeah, something.
PTA at noon.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is
Jennifer, you can move up a little bit since you look lonely. Jessica, I'm sorry, Jessica.
public comment. We have no public comment, so we will move on with the agenda. The next item is our superintendent, Dr. Steve Stone.
Mr. Chairman, I have no board information. We shared that a little earlier about Common Core, and I did, of course, want to call everyone's attention to the fact that a lot of people wore red today, and a great appreciation for what teachers do. But I also want to particularly thank the local chapter of the CCEA for helping to get the message out about wearing red, and Libby Brown for doing that as well. I think the powerful statement of wearing red that all of our board and many in our community have done is that we do appreciate the jobs that teachers do every day. Sometimes not the best environment, certainly some rough times, but we do appreciate them. So I certainly appreciate the board wearing red, and for all those in the community who chose to help us get that message across to our teachers that we really do appreciate. And again, compliments to NCAE for helping not to become a walkout, and that was certainly would have been something bad for the district. But again, just for teachers to know that the red is just one other way for us to say we really do appreciate what they do. But other than that, Mr. Chairman, that's the information. I would like for the board's consideration to put up Exhibit 2. Exhibit 2, and I am happy to say that we are finally, we hope, done with the board policy manual review. We did have to go back, and what you have in front of you is a executive summary of some changes that were made to the board policies after we had already approved them. These were changes that were necessary because of the legislation over the summer. Not a lot of changes. You see on the executive summary just a few, but if we approve these tonight, we believe that all of our board policy manual will be the most up-to-date, reflecting all the changes of the General Assembly from this school year. So I would like to recommend that the board approve the proposed policy revisions for a 1-month comment period. Put them out there, and let's see if there's some concerns about them from comments. But I would like to put them up for a 1-month comment period.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we put the policies recommended by the North Carolina School Boards Association up for a 1-month comment period.
Okay, thank you. Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
All right, any comments on any of this? Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Dr. Stone.
No, you're welcome.
Next, we have Dr. Trish Johnson, Associate Superintendent for Human Resource Services.
Chairman Pennell, members of the board, and Dr. Stone, I have several items for your attention this evening. Starting with Exhibit 3. Exhibit 3 are usual and customary items requiring no board action. And I know I usually say usual and customary, but those are the items that are personnel matters of leaves of absences that require no board action. So I am presenting them for your attention. Exhibit 4, including an addendum that you should find at your seats, labeled Exhibit 4, Exhibit 4A. Where I am now.
I think it's addendum 5A.
5A includes usual, and Exhibit 5A addendum includes a recommendation from the superintendent to be added to the Exhibit 5 that requires action. I respectfully recommend approval of these items as they have been presented to you.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the usual and customary personnel matters as well as the addendum presented to us, Addendum 5A?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the usual and customary items presented this evening in addition to Addendum 5A.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Exhibit 5 includes student transfer requests since the last board meeting. Since that last meeting, there were 10 requests for student transfers. Of the 10 requests received, 10 meet board criteria and are recommended for approval. I respectfully recommend approval of those 10 requests as they have been presented.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the student transfer request for 2013-14 as they have been presented?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the student transfer recommendations 2013-2014 as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments, questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you.
And I need to mention at this time, we are missing a board member tonight. Mrs. Coffey is not here tonight. She was getting sick today with chills and various other things leading to probably the flu or cold or something. So it's probably good that she stayed in this evening, but we wish her well. But that's the reason why she's not here with us tonight. Next, Dr. Stone is going to be pinch hitting for Dr. Carol Burns for a board action item.
Okay. And Dr. Burns sends her regrets. She's not sick, but tomorrow is an election. She is up for re-election as the town council of Granite Falls, so she is, and she had a board meeting tonight, so she's getting that last vote. I can see Carol now squeezing out that last vote, so we wish her well tomorrow. The board action in Exhibit 6 is for approval of the local accountability options for Horizons and Gateway. North Carolina law requires that alternative schools have local goals for improvement, so these are the 3 local goals for each one of those schools. Horizons is in parent involvement, higher expectations for student achievement and student behavior. Gateway has also chosen attendance, higher expectations for student achievement, and parental participation in the school activities. So we have reviewed the goals. We think they are valid goals and certainly obtainable, and with the stretch to get there, but we'd like to recommend that we approve the local accountability options for Gateway and Horizon schools.
Okay, do I hear a motion that we approve the local accountability options for Horizon Elementary School and for Gateway School?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the local accountability for Horizons and Gateway schools.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Anybody have any questions, any comments they want to make? All those in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Dr. Stone. Good job.
Thank you.
Next, we have our Finance Director, Carla Miller.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, and Dr. Stone, tonight I have 3 budget amendments for your consideration, and they are behind Exhibit 7 in your packet. The first budget amendment is an increase to the state public school fund of $35,348, and they are for funds that we have received in Program 15 and 25. They are Indian gaming funds in the total amount of $33,984. We also received substitute reimbursements for the month of September in the amount of $975 and technology interest in the amount of $389, and we are transferring $2,500 from our textbook fund to our state instructional supply fund to purchase books from sources other than the textbook warehouse. The second budget amendment is to the local current expense fund, and it's an increase of $69,241, and this appropriates carryover funds for Patterson Science Center in the amount of $54,161, carryover funds for the school store at Patterson in the amount of $1,699, Rising Stars funds that were carried over from the previous year in the amount of $2,157, funding for our Exceptional Children's Circles grant in the amount of $9,724, and our unit, Caldwell County Schools, is the fiscal agent for the School Business Officials Region 7 Staff Development Fund, so there's an appropriation of $1,500 in Fund 8. And the third budget amendment is to the Federal Grants Fund, and it's a large one. It increases the Federal Grants Fund by $644,579. And we received approvals for Program 103, Improving Teacher Quality, in the amount of $565,419, and in Program 104, Language Acquisition, in the amount of $79,159. And if you approve these budget amendments tonight, our total budget for all funds will be $114,874,801. I respectfully request that you approve these budget amendments.
Do I hear a motion that we approve the budget amendments as presented to the State Public School Fund, the Local Current Expense Fund, and the Federal Expense Fund?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the budget amendments for the State Public School Fund, Local Current Expense Fund, and the Federal Expense Fund.
Thank you.
Second.
All right. Any comments, any questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Miller. Appreciate it. don't have any additional board information items at this point. Do want to make the announcement that our next board meeting will be December 9th, 2013. That will be in the Ed Center here at 6, but our Student Art Gallery reception will begin at 5:45. So that is the only announcement we have, but I do want to say one other thing. Dr. Stone's secretary just celebrated a birthday this past Saturday, her 29th.
Again.
So we wanted to present her with this. Happy birthday, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for all you do for Dr. Stone and for our school system and for us. You help us in so many ways.
Absolutely.
We are truly appreciative of that. Do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
Move we adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And we are adjourned. Thank you for being here. Have a great evening.
Charlie Brown, Snoopy.